Mistry, who joins me live from London. He's an assistant professor in climate and geospatial modeling at London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. It's good to have you on the program, sir. Now, these wildfires continue to get worse every year. And with the climate crisis and these extreme heat waves, it doesn't seem like this is going to get better anytime soon.
Well, firstly, thank you for having me here. Yes, as you rightly noted, there are essentially three ingredients, as we say, for wildfires: high temperature, dry conditions, and moderate to high wind conditions. The first two, temperature and dryness, can be thought of as a recipe that increase the risk to start the wildfires, while the wind conditions make it just difficult to contain. Now, what we have seen in these recent years, especially in the current summer in the Northern Hemisphere, with parts of Europe and North America experiencing increased instances of wildfires. These risks are associated with the current heat wave conditions, and the dry conditions are just making it a bit more worse. Mm-hmm. Now, these conditions do happen in the natural climate system that we have. But with every sort of degree Celsius increase in the global average temperature, we are in a way adding more thermal energy into the system, and this can potentially increase the risk in the future as well.
Right, and the wildlife that's being wiped out in these fires and their habitats are a vital part of our ecosystem, as we know. How does that factor on its own threaten the prospects of creating a more healthier planet?
So, experts from World Wildlife Fund have noted that the wildfires, along with pollution, are the leading natural cause of decline in wildlife and their habitats. Again, when you put these factors into the context of climate change, we are increasing the threat of habitat destruction and, in a way, disturbing or weakening the natural chain in the ecosystem. One only needs to look at the recent examples of habitat loss as a result of the devastating wildfires in Australia, the Amazon, Canada, and now in Europe. Whether this destruction will become irreversible in future is a difficult question to address, but we need to act more urgently for such a possibility.
Right, and it's not only the wildfires. I mean, it's the floods that we've been seeing in different parts of the world, this heat wave that we're facing currently. If we continue at this rate and go well over the 1.5 degrees threshold within the next decade or so, what will happen to planet Earth, and what are some issues that we're going to be dealing with?
So this is, again, a very important question. And as I mentioned earlier, part of the reason what we climate scientists refer to is the natural oscillation in the climate. There is a natural variability, and what we currently have is the El Nino event in the tropical Pacific Ocean, which is basically the warm ocean water, which can have wide-ranging impacts all across the globe. Now, with every degree in the temperature rise in the global average temperature, we are simply going to keep adding more thermal energy in the system. And the climate model simulations that we researchers use indicating an increased likelihood in more extreme heat events, droughts, and even extreme rainfall events. And this is something that we are likely to see in the coming decades unless we start taking more actions to control it.
All right, Mistry, thank you so much for being with us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us. It was a pleasure speaking to you.